What's up, guys? This is Scott at Clocked Out, and today we're going to be installing the drop shackles on my 1993 Ram D150. So I ordered these drop shackles off of eBay. They don't quite work. The bolt that was in the truck on the stock drop shackles was a 1/2-inch bolt, and on the bottom here, as you can see, there's a lot of wiggle room. So I went to the hardware store and got myself a 9/16 bolt that fits nice in there, nice and snug. The only problem is this bolt will not fit in the hanger of the truck. So we're going to have to hone out the hanger a little bit and get this bolt to fit. So let's start with that. You didn't notice, I only have a 1/2-inch drill bit. So I'm trying to hone it out as close as I can to fit that bolt. I'm going to try using this filer because it's super close right now. And then I'll hit this side, then I'll go on to the other side and get both sides done right away. Alright, so we got one hole done. Fits like a glove. Now I'll go the other 4. And don't mind this sketchy piece of wood holding the back of the truck up. It's completely stable. Alright, so the next thing I have to do to these drop shackles is make this hole right here work. If you can see, this bolt, if it would actually lock in here, this bolt here is too small for the hole. So just like the bottom takes a 9/16 bolt. The top is going to end up taking a 1/2-inch bolt. So the plan is take these spacers and weld them on there. The reason I'm doing that is because the leaf springs on my truck, the leaf springs take a 1/2-inch bolt. So I'm going to head over to the workbench. I'm going to grind these bad boys up, and I'm going to weld those washers on there so I can fit the right size bolt. Alright, so I have it all set up to weld. I have all the weight on the bottom, so it won't be centered with where the hole used to be, but I don't think that'll matter much. It's my hot rod, you know. It's my fault if something happens. But I'm going to tack the top on all of these. They are not good, but hopefully they'll hold and last a long time. I'm going to keep messing with the settings on the next one. Maybe I can get it to weld a little better. But for now, grind her down, see what she looks like, and paint it, and hopefully throw it on the truck. And there we are. I don't know how well you can see that, but they should work now. I am really bad at welding. I actually grinded them, got them prepped for paint, and then quickly painted it because I did not realize how late it was getting. I'm going to work on building the other one now and then getting it all painted, let it dry overnight, and hopefully put them on the truck tomorrow. All right, so we took a couple days off from the truck. I ended up putting only one of the drop shackles in, and I didn't record it because I wanted to make sure everything worked well. As of now, the other one worked, so we have the passenger side one here, and as you can see, it ain't real pretty, you know. It ain't the prettiest thing I've ever seen. But hopefully it'll work and it won't rattle too much. So let's go ahead and install this drop shackle on the passenger side. I also came across this wiring harness from right behind the rear axle on the inside of the frame all the way to the tail lights. I've been looking for this wiring harness everywhere, and I finally found one at a guy's junkyard. For me anyway, they're super hard to find. There is some pretty big imperfections in it. But as of right now, we have a blinker and a brake light. For some reason, the running lights aren't working, but we'll dive into that later. I'm just happy I could find a taillight harness without trying to make my own. As you can see, when I welded, it warped this quite a bit. So I'm going to use the impact, kind of suck it together. Hopefully it'll turn out like the other side. All right, so drop shackles are installed. We have the front lowered. Truck's starting to come together. We have everything new to redo the drums and new drums because these are, this is why you don't tear things apart. You tear them apart, you tear stuff apart, you realize how sketchy it was. You keep it together, you drive it forever. So that's no good. So new drums, all new hardware. So more maintenance to get this thing ready. Once we get all the brakes done, I have to do some welding on the backing plates. There's a couple little holes that rotted through because it's really rusty. And then after that, we can slide the axles in. Tomorrow we're getting the tires mounted. Still need a floor. We need the exhaust. We have headers on the way. And then once it's under its own weight, I can clean all of this crap, throw it in the dumpster, back the thing on here, put the bed on, clean out the bed, and hopefully get to see how it's going to sit now that it's lowered. We also got to figure out why the running lights aren't working on here. So if anybody's a wiring professional, I'm colorblind and I'm not good at wiring anyway, so let alone not being able to see nothing, that don't help. All I can do is follow wires. There's only 2 wires going to the running light, so I imagine one's a ground and one's power. So we just got to figure out what's going on, check some fuses and stuff like that. But that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. This is Scott clocking out.